Hello. Okay. As promised, I am gonna read through all of the Q&As and the alarm clock dialogue and stuff like that. One thing I will note is that I'm downstairs in my living room because, well, no one else is home, so I can. But that also means my dog is downstairs, and she may bark at the window. If she does, I will mute my mic, and I will cut it out of the edited video when I make that. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna start from the start. I'm gonna do the first one first. Or the instructions? I have no idea. For the next short while, you can go to this Ask box. Then Undertale's characters answer your favorite questions. Due to the volume of questions, they won't be able to answer most of them, so please don't be disappointed if your question isn't chosen. As a guideline, I think it's easiest to ask a specific character a simple question about their daily lives. Here's a perfect example of a question they may answer. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? Please have fun. First question. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? Easy. My favorite food is... I have no idea. Sans, is there any food I particularly like? Beats me. Oh well, we'll redo this later. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? Okay, time to redo it. My favorite food. Isn't it spaghetti? What? No. I just cook spaghetti. I've never eaten it before. Then why do you keep making it? Because everybody else loves it. So true, Papyrus. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? Wowee, another great question. No, it's not. It's the same one. Right, let me rephrase this question. Right, let me rephrase. This question is a classic of the ages. Look, if you guys keep asking us this, we're gonna start asking the questions. Okay, ask away. Hey, Papyrus, what's your favorite food? Let me think about it. No, don't think about it. Fourth question. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? That's it, I'm making up my own questions. Hey, Alfies, what are you and Undyne doing this weekend? Alfies? Huh? What? Spaghetti. The answer's spaghetti, right? Alfies, what are you and Undyne doing this weekend? I mean, if you want, you could come too, I guess. Can I come too? Okay. I'll bring the chips. Okay, but not the ketchup kind. Yeah, I can't make any promises. Whatever, see you all this weekend. Anyway, what were you saying, Undyne? Why are all these people coming to our romantic date? Man, Tom Papyrus and Sans joining the date. That's so funny. Sorry, what question was this? Was this 4? I think so. Fifth question. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? Papyrus's favorite food? Why, obviously it must be everybody's favorite consumable object. MTT brand Metaton soda. Featuring the great taste of me. Yeah, I'm sure that's his favorite food. Made with all natural artificial flavors and chemicals. Savor my flavor, darling. Surgeon General's warning. Side effects include shortness of breath, sparkles, and screaming. Of course, naturally. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? I do not know his favorite food, but usually I pack him a cheese sandwich, an apple, and some milk. Don't forget to cut the sandwich diagonally. Or into a maze. With traps. Oh, remember when you asked me to buy those little pre-made lunch packs, and I thought they were for Papyrus? Nope. Those were for me. You did not even make the little pizza. You just ate all the ingredients separately, like a goblin. I would do that. She was laughing. She thought I looked cool. He looked terrible. He kept groaning. Yeah, and you looked great after you drank 3 glasses of wine and started throwing the pizzas at me like frisbees. Leave. Eek. I love when Toriel says leave. It's so funny. Oh, I I opened it as a background tab. My bad. Whoa, nobody's here. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? I do not know, but my second favorite thing to eat has always been a cup of tea and a biscuit. As for they weren't asking you. A little secret is to dip the biscuit into the tea. How do I put this? It's sort of like a life's hack. That will make your tea time epic. How does that sound? Awesome! It sounds great! All the kids are gonna think you're so cool, right, Alfies? Well, they'll certainly, God, I shouldn't have shown them the internet. 8th question. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? Like, papyrus? Who's that? Like, I don't know, but do you want to know what my favorite food is, Caddy? The lamb burgers? Let's just say it's a certain small furry animal. Oh, a mouse! Like, bigger than a mouse. A rat? Here's a hint. They eat mice. Oh, snakes! It's snakes! Like, never mind, I was just trying to make a joke. Hey, Bratty, do you want to know what my favorite... Do you want to know my favorite food? What, Caddy? Being with you! Really, Caddy? Nope, it's lamb burgers. Oh, same. I love them so much. Oh, wait, that was the same one. God, I forgot. Is it 8th or 9th? I'm going on to... Okay, 9th. Virus, what's your favorite food? What? Who? Do you honestly expect me to remember every customer that comes in here? Excuse me, I don't remember that name. My apologies. May I instead recommend your friend try our current special? Shocking, flavorful, juicy. It's an omurice in the shape of Metaton's butt. That's Metaton's butt. That's amazing. Papyrus, what's your favorite food? What? Papyrus's favorite food? It's that oatmeal with the dinosaur eggs, idiot. Hey, why am I the only one who knows the answer to this stupid question? I don't know, Chloe. Anyway, do we do alarm clock dialogue first, or the interviews, or the comic? May as well start here. Papyrus Q&A! I have coffee, hold on. I actually forgot to say on Instagram that I'm live. I will do that quickly. Cereal before, milk, or after? Milk before and after. Calcium is the most important meal of the day. My assumption is that he took that question as, do you drink cereal before, or do you drink milk before cereal? Or after, rather than what order do you pour it in? That's quite funny. I know Sans plays the trombone, wink, but do you play any instruments? Well, as heard in my hit single, Papyrus's cool song, my singing voice is like an orchestra of its own. Otherwise, I've always been interested in the xylophone. Something about its sound tickles my ribs. Oh, thank you. How would you feel if, a friend was keeping something from you? Keeping something from me? You mean, like keeping the bone I gave them as a gift? Displaying it proudly upon their hearth? I would feel warmth and pride. Please keep things from me. Aw. It's just a photo from when you were small. Okay, here it is. I'm showing it. I'm holding it up. What do you think? That's a photo of you cleaning the sink yesterday. I grow a little every day. What did you do if Sans wasn't your brother? By Frunzel clone. Frunzel mentioned. You mean if he was my mother? Sans, if you were my mother, would you cut up an apple without me having to ask? Yeah, I'd have to. Really? Apparently one thing would change. I love how Toriel did that for him in the in the previous Q&A. Dear Papyrus, do you polish your skull? Try mayonnaise for a pristine sheen. What's your opinion on macaroni and mayonnaise? I believe it's a delicacy. Macaroni, I give my highest marks. However, mayonnaise is a beauticious oil. You're not supposed to eat that. I eat it. Case in point. How does it feel to have such incredibly large muscles? Does it restrict your combat ability? Yes, at first it slowed me down. However, after weighted training with my battle body, my strength has made me nimble and acrobatic. You landed a kickflip for the first time the other day. I landed a kickflip! A half one. A half one! Show them the video! You recorded him lying on the floor pretending to do tricks and then edited him to look like he's flying through the air. Don't explain it like that! It's a trailer! We'll do it real later! Papyrus, would you switch a ghost? If I was in love with the ghost or ghoul, I would do anything for them. Even bestow upon them a kiss. Wait till you find out what your celebrating crushes. Which is better, a day where you woke up thinking you'd have training but you didn't, or a day where you knew it was a day off from the start? For me, it's better to know if it's a day off from the start. I would be disappointed if my training was cancelled, unless there was something even better waiting instead. So the best thing of all would be a surprise party, where I train with all of my friends. You catch yourself in your own traps? By accident? Oh, okay. Do you catch yourself in your own traps? By accident? I have never done that. I'm testing them. Want me to untwist the hammock? This is not a hammock, it's a battle net, and as you can see, it's very effective. Papyrus, if you had a pet, what would it be? Not a dog, that's for sure. I've caulked the wheels, but one keeps getting in here. We need to put up some nets. You mean hammocks? Wrong! Pineapple belong on pizza? Yes, all fruits are fair game, including the fine kiwi. Pizza toppings, huh? He really likes corn and mayonnaise. What the? That was mayonnaise? You said it was awesome sauce! Sometimes it takes a trick to get you to try new things. That trick isn't for unhealthy food! Have you ever thought about what you would look like if you were a human? The same, but with even more hair. I love the idea of him just being a skeleton with a wig on. That's human powers. Is my music still playing? I don't even know. It may have stopped. I don't know. Do monsters shower regularly, or do they just kind of live the wild life? Some don't. Hey. And some do. Some do. This is where other people who shower are supposed to show up. Where are they? In the shower. Oh, that makes sense. By the way, when are you going to be done with your bubble bath? When the bubbles run out. I see. Well, you seem to be adding more bubble solution. Gotta get clean. And when are you planning to go in the water? Just kind of playing it by ear. Just let me take a shower already. I assume that I had an ad, but I have ad block, so I shall force the music to play again. Yeah, that works. What would you refer an elegant party? Using black paint, anyone's battle body can become a party body. Transform tuxedo mode. The tie can be real or not. OG hi. Okay, so I absolutely love Sans and need to know, what is Sans' canonical height? Is he short short or a beanpole? What? These questions are supposed to be for me. Fine, you know what? I will indulge you. Sans! What's up? How tall is your cannon? Isn't the cannon yours? For the purposes of this question, I am lending it to you. Okay. So, how tall is it? I guess as tall as a short beanpole. Okay, there you have it. Now remember the next time, ask the questions to me, not the cannon. What was your life before you moved to Snowdon? Before Snowdon? Well, there was green grass and your shower's free. Finally, Sans, finish the question for me. Sure. The question finished. Oh my god. Papyrus painting. I use this as my color reference when I draw sans and papyrus, by the way. Do you argue a lot with your brother? How do you guys make up? Arguing, huh? Can't remember ever doing that. What? Yes, we do. The two of us are the picture of peace. We're fighting right now! I guess because Papyrus is so easy to get along with. I am? I mean, of course I am! Yeah! I love him so much. Your best and most chewable skeletal feature. Most chewable? What? I have never been chewable, but if I was, I would contain every ingredient and nutrient. As for my best skeletal motion feature, it's definitely the very famous skateboarding video we filmed last time. It should be right. Hey! It's all chewed up! Who's been teething on my tricks? Gee, that's rough. Sans, how many times have I told you not to chew on my videos? I think 0. I see. Then the culprit will remain a mystery. For now. I think I might have a clue who it is. What? I can't hear you. I'm looking for my detective costume. What's the relationship with your tiny friend Flowery? Oh, my tiny friend Flowery! It's Flowey. No R. Yes, my tiny and small friend Flowey. Whatever you say, Papayas. Who's that? Based on the name, it sounds like we would get along. I would love to meet Flowey and Papayas, because we've already met Flowery, so, you know. Also, just the fact that he said he mentioned Flowery and Undertale as well, he's not lying. He knows Flowery. Someone must have told him. Like, I don't know. I feel like someone must have told him and deltarune the names of the flowers, like how we told Matt on the TV is called Tana. I don't know. I mean, there's all of the flower imagery in the newsletters with Papyrus watering all of the flowers, so he has to be the one to take over Asgore's shop and deltarune. What's the coolest thing in your wardrobe? Let me walk in and check. I got it. It's me! But what's the coolest thing outside your wardrobe? Ha! One step out and it's me again. But what about inside and outside your wardrobe? 1 foot in, both? It's also me. What about inside and outside your wardrobe and also on top of your desk? Foot in wardrobe, foot on desk, me. And the ceiling? Hand on desk, foot on ceiling, foot in wardrobe, me. And in your bed? Move the bed on top of the desk, hand in the bed, foot on the ceiling, foot on the wardrobe, me. And standing just out of your reach on your rug? Sans? Me? Yeah. How do you feel about your brother being included in a certain monumental fighting game where you're the one who's obviously put far more work into training? What? This must be a fake and also joke message. Everyone knows my brother is too lazy to ever fight anybody. If he was, for example, put in a fighting tournament, he wouldn't even throw a punch. Instead, he'd probably trick someone into wearing a costume that looks like him. And while they were out there doing all the work, sweating and suffering from their grave combat, he would be lounging backstage chatting it up, eating conspicuously two-dimensional food, and cracking jokes about the battle, like, I sure am bad at this, huh? As a reward, his impersonator only gets a handshake. However, this is merely a theory of games, since after all, my brother would never be included in a... Hey, Papyrus, have you seen an invitation around here? Ah! Can you shoot lightning bolts, Papaya? Papaya again? Sorry, I think this message is intended for Flowery's friend. He sounds very cool, though. He can fire lightning. He can fire lightning? What should I name my new cat? A cat? You should call it Papyrus. But you should think of a custom secret name also, in case both of us are in the same room. You can call me the secret name, and no one will suspect. You should totally name it Mew Mew. Mew. Silence, Papyrus. What's the circus? You are a clown. The place you work is the circus, and you sleep on a big bouncy ball at the back of the tent. Also, you have been caged for being too annoying. I get it. Are you gonna read the question or not? I'm getting to that. You won $1 million, but you have to write in cursive for the rest of your life. Would you take the money? It's tempting, but think about it. Everything you wrote would have to be in some annoying, difficult-to-read font. If I did that long enough, everyone might even start calling me cursive. Think about that, being named after a writing style. It's ridiculous. I much prefer just... Sans, where did you get that expensive hat? I don't know. This one's fun. I read through this like last week. There's so much to this. I can't wait for this year's anniversary. 9's okay, but I kind of feel bad for how it ended up. You know, 7 ate it. 7, 8, 9? Yeah, at least that's what the theorists are saying. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe that 7, 8, 9. 7 is supposed to be the cool number. They would never do that. It's just a pun, Papyrus. 7, 8, 9, like, the real number series? Ah, I see. A pun. That explains my bizarre lack of amusement. Well, what about the counterpun, 5, 6, 7? If 7 is some kind of cool dog or wolf, and 5, 6, 7 on 9, wouldn't that mean that 5 is the real culprit? An irresponsible dog owner, and that 7 was just a misled anti-hero? If 7 left 5, maybe they were just doing what they felt like they had to. No, 7 was weak. Duty is no reason to harm another. Numbers are stupid. I'll wreck them all. Get out of here, math. I like numbers. Don't worry, Alphys, I'll leave 0 and 1. That way you can still do nerd stuff. So, 7, 8, 9. Sans! Let's step back a sec. If 7 is a misled anti-hero, is -7 a villain who thinks he's good? No, you're starting with the wrong premise. We need to go from the motivation. Count. So, -7, -8, -7. Oh, -9, -8, -7. This time, -9, -8, -7. So they spit him out? Well, if eating makes food go away, perhaps negative eating is cooking. After all, making food and eating food add up to nothing. Not in my brother's case. Eating any food seems to generate hamburger wrappers and peanut shells. Okay. So for it to be the opposite of eating, negative eating is cooking. That also deletes trash. Maybe the trash is the thing getting cooked? I'd use it up. Cooking disgusting garbage. Aha! It's just like when my brother makes food. So, following this formula, -7 is Papyrus who had Sans, -9, cook for him. What? I'm the villain? Interesting. Maybe you seem like an enemy, but you're actually a good guy. What? Why would I ever be an enemy? This was a very weird potluck. By the way, does anyone else want a 9 serving of escargot served in a shape of 9? Does anyone want a first serving of vegetarian stargazy pie? Please don't eat the spaghetti. It's still congealing. Seems normal to me. What do you mean you're the villain, Papyrus? What do you mean? What does this bit mean? What does this imply for deltarune? I don't know, man. We can read the comics now. Rilby's Rogues Gallery. Rilby, although he's made of fire, ironically he prefers the cold. That's why he moved from Hotland. The flames in his body are magical and can be controlled, except when he gets angry or flustered. Fortunately, he has a cool and collected personality. He's also very quiet. Hearing him speak in the bar could be considered a rare treat. Aside of it, it's not known if he speaks more. Make no mistake, he can burn something with his body, but at its coldest, the flame's heat is like a hot water bottle, and the waves of the heat feel like silk. The glasses he serves are very thick. When you pick them up, the outside will always be hot from his hand, but the inside stays nice and cool. With a little ice, it's just about perfect. If you visit Grilby's, it's best to order a hot drink, because he can heat it up by hand. The hot chocolate, in particular, is nice because he toasts the marshmallows in his palm. You used to resent he couldn't make a snowman by hand. However, one day 2 children made a snowman in the shape of him. He hangs a picture of it up in his bar and considers it his prized photograph. That's very cute. Profile. Funny. always complaining that she wishes there were more hot guys around. However, she generally just sits in one place and takes no particular action towards anything, constantly eating fries until she gets dizzy. Occasionally flirts with Grilby and Sans, who she calls Sansy. Sometimes asks Grilby to toast marshmallows in his mouth for her. Ew! Now he no longer even touches her food, choosing instead to use the redundant heating element he has in the back. Well, it's not redundant, is it, if he uses it for her? Bird. That really looks like Birdly. There's Grilby's silence on the job. She often tries to translate what he's thinking to the other customers for him. She enjoys this responsibility and considers it a good deed, despite the fact that she's sometimes wrong. Sometimes has disagreements with Sans because he tends to call her out when she gets it wrong, to Grilby's relief. It's nice that Sans understands Grilby. However, Sans' corrected translation of what Grilby wants to say is always even worse. Oh, never mind, never mind. I take it back immediately. Of what Grilby wants to say is always even worse, often prompting Grilby to step in. Lets Bunny steal her fries. Aw. Profile. Fish. Why have you got hair? My god, my coffee is cold. I need to drink this fast. A slovenly type. His usual is a drink where fish food is scattered on top and set aflame. He tries to get a girlfriend, but only uses methods resembling harmless animal traps. Examples include an unmanned fishing pole, a stick and box, etc. His dating profile is a picture of a big cheese and the name is 100% real. Doesn't understand why he doesn't get matches. Yeah. Takes Grilby's silence as affirmative, which is unfortunate when he's detailing his plans. Surprisingly gets along well with everyone else. Profile. Punk. I love the carton of milk. He's so cool. A younger swimming patron always orders a hot milk or a cola and says he's going to order something else cooler when he gets older. However, no matter how many birthdays pile up, he just orders the same thing. At least towards people from Hotland in the city, however, hypocritically idolizes Grilby and often goes to the city for concerts. A bit of a gourmet. Tries everything on the menu and reviews it for the local newspaper. The newspaper didn't ask for this, but appreciates it. Despite the appearance, usually only takes small portions and eats very politely. Has a lucrative job in the medical industry and uses the money to buy exotic foods off of Sans, like CT, Glamburger, or even fried snow. There's a rumor that there's a family member whose face looks like a nose, and a few more that look like eyes. Profile. Dogs. Ever present, generating hair, and playing cards. Although they keep trying to play in bones and leave quite a mess, they are very loyal and the place feels empty if even one of them is gone. They pay all of the tab when undying comes in, so it evens out. The picture is so cute. I love that there's the blue heart. Also, I like the Dogamy and Doggeress's noses make a heart. So cute. I love the dogs so much. Profile. Sans. First day he appeared, he sat down and said, I'll take the usual. Acting like an old-time customer, he often made everyone laugh, so he was quickly accepted as one. Puts all of his orders on some kind of tab, how much of this gets paid and when is known only to Grilby and Sans. Seems to get along well with Grilby, sometimes helping him with odd jobs. Rarely when Grilby has to step out, he's even been seen running the bar. Just make sure you have a sense of humor when you make your order. Your drink? It's on the house. It's interesting. I remembered that this dialogue existed when Ram said basically the same thing that he tried to do. Or, well, I don't know. I don't remember if it was Ram who said it, but someone said that Ram did the same thing, but nobody liked it. Everyone was just like, okay, who's this weirdo? But that immediately made me think of this. Profile. Papyrus. Sometimes appears if nothing other than to drag his brother back to home or to work. Apologizes profusely to Grilby and attempts to pay for his brother's tab with various bones. I love that Papyrus is the responsible one, kind of. Explain the values and rarity of various bones and sometimes trades with Grilby for the bones he has been paid from by the dogs. Generally doesn't eat the food because he thinks the grease will make him break out. However, can be convinced to have a hot chocolate or hot milk. Hot chocolate mention. Timmy. Freaks out if eats the food due to a change in diet. Eats the food. That's funny. Okay, well, I'm finished with the Fun Gamer website. Wait, why does Napsyluk's face not change? Amazing. I don't think clicking on Toby does anything, no. I'm gonna finish my coffee. Okay, this is genuinely cool. This is unpleasant. Is this just playing all of the songs in order? No? Okay. Okay. Back to this. I'm surprised that my mic is still holding up because I haven't charged it since before yesterday's stream. Okay. This is the part I was most looking forward to. I really wanted to read the alarm clock dialogue. The most wonderful thing about winter? Oh, it has to be coming home at night with the snow still sparkling, getting out of the cold into a warm, warm house, which is still freezing because the dog is sleeping on the vent. Oh well, that is what fire magic is for. Whoa, you do that to a dog? Leave. I want to knit something for all of my friends. Fin muffs for Undine, a tail warmer for Alfie's, a horribly ugly sweater for Sans, mittens for Papyrus. Then I suppose he can just wear it over his gloves. Oh, Sans is just terrible during the winter time. There was this evil thing he did recently. He intentionally stood outside in the cold until his bones were absolutely chilled. Then he said, "Tori, can we talk about something?" So I leaned down to listen to him. And he just put his horrible freezing hands right on my face. I'm going to start pouring hot water on him before I let him in. The winter party? Oh. We will not discuss this. Oh, I like winter. You can go out to a great big field where it's all quiet and let the snow fall right through you until you're buried deep in a snowbank. I wouldn't do that if you aren't a ghost. When it gets freezing outside and I'm feeling a little melancholy, sometimes I like to have a cry and watch my tears turn into beautiful ice crystals. Oh, sometimes it's just so beautiful. It just makes me cry even more. Metaton wants to hire me for a ski resort, crying to ice up the slopes with my tears. Oh, I always wanted to do that. Winter? Now that's my time of year, as in it's essentially default to me. So it doesn't really excite me that much. But this year was very special. We were able to put on a big holiday celebration for all our friends. All sorts of people came to this party bearing gifts. For example, Undine and Alfie's brought a pair of treats. Undine brought a container of her famous spaghetti, which, when it was opened, seemed to only contain flames. And Alfie's brought a cookie tin, containing a small fire extinguisher to wash it down with. That's amazing. Much merriment was had, gathered around the television, watching seasonal specials like Mettaton Saves Santa Claus and Mettaton the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I noticed Asgore getting teary as he watched. Ah! He must have been stunned by the raw emotional beauty of the 30-minute long dance party in the middle of every movie. That's just her Monster High movie. Sorry, you just described a Monster High movie for Pirate. As the night progressed, Miss Toriel got very rowdy. I think she had too much eggnog. She started drawing hair on my brother's head with a marker and singing holiday songs very loud, but replacing the lyrics with cursed words. She kept trying to get Alphys to sing with her, holding her little yellow arms and waving them back and forth. We ended up locking her in the garage, where she fell asleep. She looked kind of bad just lying there, so I put a cloth over her, and some candelabras on top to make her match the decor. At the end of the night, Sans was curled up on the couch, sleeping in his clothes as usual. Come on, Sans, you don't even have a blanket. It's dishonorable to sleep without a blanket. But he didn't hear me. So I had to put a blanket on him myself. Pathetic, isn't it? A grown man getting tucked in without even telling me a bedtime story. What a mess. Bottles and confetti everywhere. Broken eggs and spears on the floor. One of Mettaton's legs lost in the confusion. Sans had better help me clean this. I had half a mind to wake him up, but seeing Sans sleeping so soundly made me think. He never said so, but I think he was happy to celebrate the holiday with so many friends. I can't remember the last time he was able to do that. Maybe after a day like this, he was having a nice dream, so I let him sleep. But he better not expect to clean me up. But he better not expect me to clean up by myself next time. That good dream was my present to him. Yeah. Winter school, huh? Well, that's putting it mildly. This winter Papyrus threw a holiday party for everyone. He pretty much set up everything himself. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of him. All I helped him with was deboning the food, so I removed the bones and put in the cake. There's also the guac dip, the punch, the... Oh yeah, he even made a welcoming puzzle for the party. A giant labyrinth made of ice, snow, and musical ornaments. To baffle and confound his friends with holiday cheer. You had to get through it to get to the front door. I think Asgore got lost in there for a while. Undyne had to go save him. She found him huddled around a homemade fire, eating fruitcake like it was an MRE. I think everyone else kind of came through the back door. Not gonna lie, the party was kind of a mess, but, you know, isn't that nice? Starting something's half the deal. Nothing happens if you don't reach for the stars, or at least that's what he's always saying constantly. Trying to wash his hands in a giant sink. I'm not really a huge fan of winter. The days getting shorter is a huge letdown. Plus, when I get cold, I tend to start moving and talking in slow motion. Fortunately, this winter I had a brand new, extremely efficient space heater. I made a nice space to put the heater in too. I put it in a hole in the floor, then put a table over it, then covered the table with a blanket to the floor. It's really nice putting your legs underneath. What's more, the heat tends to attract cute kitties. And by that, I mean I found Caddy sleeping under there. I didn't even invite her over. She said something like, "Hey, Alice, like, don't worry, I got you an orange." But it was just the peel. She ate all my oranges. She had to get her stomach pumped. Cats can't eat oranges. The next day I heard dance music coming from under this table, with colorful flashing lights. It sounded like there was a crowd under there. I tried to sit with my legs under it like normal, but someone came out and asked me if I was on the VIP list. Actually, maybe I'll just use a fireplace next year. Space heater? She means moi. While she was performing her regular repairs on me, she installed modifications on my rectangular form to allow me to exceed my normal hotness. Then, begged me to Wait, what? Then, oh, begged me, to hang around under her table. Well, welly well. Who am I to refuse my biggest fan? But don't think being under a table means the show won't go on, darling. Undyne was so cute at the party. We're wearing the special Mew Mew cat earmuffs I gave her. And then I don't like singing outside of karaoke, but if she even hears a single verse, she can't help but join in. She's not great at singing tune, but she puts her heart into it, and that's music to my ears. She almost makes it a contest to sing the loudest. Between her and Toriel singing carols, it got pretty loud. That was one of the things that made her we don't have to discuss this. Right? I need to stop right clicking. House looking barren? Tired of tacky tinsel? Why top your tree with a 5-pointed star when you can top your tree with a TV star? Try MTT brand holiday ornament. MTT brand ornament will rotate and dance. MTT brand ornament can speak several poorly digitized phrases. Warning, MTT brand ornament may destroy other ornaments out of jealousy. Warning, do not antagonize MTT brand ornament. Warning, if MTT brand ornament Warning, if MTT brand ornament escapes, call the authorities immediately. Papyrus's holiday party, oh yes. I was just offering to Miss Toriel a sample of my MTT brand super adult winter eggnog when, out of the corner of my optical sockets, I spied a certain pink-haired hussy in the kitchen, uninvited. Pouring Bluky a cup of ghost juice in the most unrefined manner, and generally making incorporeal mess all over the floor. Oh my stars! Look, darling, if you can't properly lift a teacup delicately. Hello. With the tip of your high-heeled boots, then just turn 360 degrees and walk directly in front of you out of the door. I'm sure you'll have a better time in the mind maze. Then, oh my, she had the absolute robotic gall to challenge me to a chainsaw duel. Please, darling, I would never engage in such barbaric activity, even if it's not being recorded. But still, she escalated the situation, pouring ghost juice into my smile sensors. And it wasn't even a flavor I liked. Not that I know anything about ghost flavors. The situation had gone flipsy-dipsy, darling, so we decided to settle things as responsible adults. With bombs, various bullets, you know. I ended up being so dazzled by my own moves, I can hardly recall the details of the event, but I remember Alfie's and Undyne peeling us off the floor. My head lying on Alfie's extremely small knee. Where is Napstablook? I asked. Stop pretending to lie dramatically. They left. They left? Why? I asked, dying dramatically. Dying dramatically? They don't like fighting. Miu and I looked outside, our hands conspicuously close on the window pane. Bluky was out there, crying, tears forming into beautiful ice crystals. I felt a strange feeling. 2 of them. 1, a pang of regret, and 2, I bet it would be really popular if they could cry up ice from my ski resort. Alphys went back to the living room with Undyne, leaving Miu and I alone in the kitchen. Undyne, she sure is happy with Alphys, huh, Miu? She said, forcing a smile. Yes, and Alphys, she sure is happy with Undyne, I said with a dazzling grin. And so we stood there in silence, drinking ghost juice that neither of us could taste. I like the idea that Mettaton and Miu both know that the other is their cousin, but neither of them want to admit it, so they're just like, I know who you are, but I'm gonna wait for you to admit it first. And they're both doing that. Because that's how that dialogue reads to me. That they're just like, I don't know, they both know everything that's going on, but they just are pretending that they don't. My favorite thing about winter? It's gotta be winter sports. Snow wrestling, snow baseball, snow football, and of course, snow hockey. The last match we all played was unforgettable. Me, Asgore, and Sans versus Alphys, Toriel, and Papyrus. Action, betrayal, teamwork, it could have been a movie. Maybe a disaster movie. A disaster movie, maybe. Hey, what the heck were you doing in my monologue? I was the referee, darling. Ref, all you did is sit on the side of a super tall chair, taking selfies with giant sunglasses on. I can't help that the sun sparkling off of the ice highlights my natural beauty. Natural? Anyway, it was a great match. Everyone had a blast. Alphys was running from you and yelling the whole time. You gotta tackle the person with the puck, which got accidentally stuck to her stick from the cold. Really? I thought she was just playing really well. Bursting from the ice like a shark didn't help her either. Look, I wanted her on my team, but Papyrus chose her first. Don't worry, Alphys, I won't let you get picked last. I was going to pick her, Papyrus! I was going to! Speaking of Papyrus, he was on me the whole match, almost literally. He kept tackling me the whole time. But, he put on so much protective gear. He'd just bounce off me with a noise like a squeaky toy. When he did get the puck, he'd just pass it back to Alphys. Except for once when he passed it to Sans. What's my favorite character from Undertale? Papyrus? The title. Except for once when he passed it to Sans, because he forgot they weren't on the same team. Sans gave it back, though. Sans! That's right, I was playing with a handicap too, you know. My teammates were barely playing. Toriel and Sans just stood at the center of the ice, slapping their hockey sticks together over and over, saying stuff like, "Is this how you play? Is this how you play?" while pretending not to understand the rules. Meanwhile, my other teammate, Asgore, ended up falling into a fishing hole in the ice, getting his leg stuck inside. I was so into the game I didn't notice, and he didn't really say anything, so... Anyway, I eventually pulled him out, only to discover some king had been written on his behind in magic marker. Eventually, Alf's got a headache and had to take a break to watch Mimu's virtual streamer event. So I decided to swap the teams around to something more fair. Everyone against me! They agreed! We will not lose, Undyne. We will show you the power of love and hockey. Papyrus rallied his team together for a huddle to discuss strategies, or so they thought. Ha! You left yourselves wide open! I knocked everyone down like bowling pins and scored repeatedly! The game timer reached the 3/4 point in a flash. Ha ha ha! 77 points to 0! You thought you could win? I laughed in everyone's face individually while flexing. Then Papyrus looked dejected. Power of love? Wasn't enough? Damn it! Papyrus, I went too far! I was about to apologize to him when suddenly Sam scored a goal behind me? Then he went over to Alfie's humming and did some kind of finger-pointy arm crossy dance. Alfie's pushed him away and told him to stop being cringe culture. Bye. Then Papyrus had the puck. I was gonna steal it when Toriel tackled me from the side, letting him score. You've got guts, old lady. Oh, it wasn't too bad being pinned by something so fluffy. And so it kept going. Toriel tackling, the puck suddenly disappearing, Papyrus scoring, Sans dancing, Alphys and Asgore watching videos. Wait, even Alphys scored at one point. Alphys, I thought you weren't playing! I just wanted to know what it felt like. Finally, only a few minutes left in the match. 100-99! Bite your nails! Bite your fins! It was all down to this, as we squared off on the ice. Then a little white dog showed up. And stole the puck! Nobody could catch the damn little thing. It ended up running in circles, jittering in and out of the goal, racking up hundreds of points. Eventually dropped the puck in front of Papyrus, wagging its tail, and I smashed it into the sky. The puck, I mean. I love that was twice there's been something alluding to someone, like, destroying the dog. The dog jumped after it, up into the light of the sun, and never came down. Our final score? 100-99 to 225. Winner? Dog. How does that count? So nobody won? What the hell was the point of all that struggle? Everything seemed lost until Toriel took out a thermos and poured everyone some warm alphabet soup. You know, relaxing on a snowy blanket next to the heater, drinking homemade soup together after a tough match kind of makes you feel like everyone's a winner, right? Psych! Screw that dog, I won. I totally won. Do you just call me the heater? Oh, I drank some too. Even though it passed through me, it was a little warm, but best of all, there's a special message at the bottom of the alphabet soup, one that made me tear up. It was the lyrics to my favorite holiday song. Ooh. Chloe. Golly, the best part about winter? Probably the beautiful white snow blanketing the ground, completely indistinguishable from the dust of your friends. Huh? What do I want this year? When you grow up, you stop wanting things for the holidays. Besides, even if you bought me, say, a bike, where would I even put it, and how would I even ride it? It'd be a waste of everybody's time. A red bike with a golden basket, it'd be completely useless. You hear me? Useless! He wants a bike! This ribbon? Who cares who gave it to me? I haven't lost the right to be snug, have I? You're jealous. Ollie, that's right, the party. He left her there, abandoned her in the garage to rot in the cold. Her mind burnt to nothing from all that merrymaking. To think she's made so many friends. They're lucky they never saw her in the ruins, living in loneliness, waiting for someone to fall down, at her very worst, even forgetting to eat or sleep. Pathetic. I remember finding her and laughing at how miserable she looked, splayed out on the ground in weakness. Guardian of the ruins. Ha! You can't even take care of yourself! And then, I don't know why, but with half-closed eyes, she touched my face and said, Asriel, I'll never let you go again. And fell asleep. Idiot. Can't even take care of yourself. Why, yes, there was a time in the ruins when I had fallen asleep on the floor. How did you know that? The strangest thing was that when I woke up, I was in bed and there was a glass of water next to me. I always assumed I had forgotten to get up, but a long time ago, I knew someone that always filled up their glass, so the liquid was just peeking over the brim. It was the most efficient way to fill it, they said, regardless of how thirsty they were. Because of that, my son started doing it too, and there were a lot of spills in the house. In the ruins, that time, the glass was full just like that. And recently, when I woke up after the party, the glass next to me was too. Chloe loves their siblings so much. I like Santa Claus. He's a nice old man that never changes. No matter how cruel everything gets, he laughs calmly and comforts the people of the world. Don't you think he's a bit like a superhero? To tell you the truth, I was never an excellent leader, but I think I might be a nice Santa Claus. Ho ho ho. Though I cannot fit inside the chimney. Last time I tried, I just got stuck. They ended up drawing a face on my behind. Gee willikers. my mic cut out. I didn't realize it was out of battery. I don't know when it cut out, but I know it was after the alarm clock dialogue finished at the very least. This is gonna be. I feel like this is gonna be a very chapter 5 newsletter, just based on this alone, because that looks like the the egg room, and obviously it does have the flowers. I don't remember what can be clicked on and what can't. Oh my god. I love this. Sorry. Amazing. Oh my god, Timmy! The way that she draws herself is so cute. I'm not gonna read that. Yeah, this is, this is a very chapter 5 newsletter. I mean, Barrett. Da, 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 Sound of adult laughter. Why is she headless? By the way, these sprites are by Timmy, and they always are. Oh, Susie. Timmy, why would you do that? Why would you draw? Why would you draw Toby running over Tana? Chapter 4 will be a much more standard chapter. Will it? Amazing. And undertale, there is one piece of unused content I'm not sure if I ever explained. Only a few people know, and those who do know probably forgot, but there are unused sprites in the game of Sans eating ice cream. Why did these exist? Originally, I wanted to have a special scene if you reached the Sans fast enough from the beginning of the game. Essentially, if you did a speedrun. We recreated the scene below. Yeah, why not? I decided not to do this for obvious reasons, but... Oh, it takes me to YouTube. I mean, I didn't... Oh, you're here early. I'm gonna be honest. You got here so fast. I haven't even finished eating my ice cream yet. Well, you're not in a rush. You can wait a minute, right? It's amazing. This foreshadows chapter 5 very well. This is the best thing I've ever watched in my life. For the record, I have read every single thing that I've went over in this stream. I love that it sounds like the music's winding down, but it's really not. This is so stupid. What a great cone. Sometimes it's nice to take it easy. Otherwise, you get brain freeze. Anyway, I'm sure you got something important to do. We'll want to slow you down. Later. I don't know. To be focused, the voice acting debut. I actually watched this episode of Wee Baby Bears a couple of times. Eh. I tried to do something a bit different from my normal voice, but my voice already appears repeatedly in my games. You already know what I sound like, right? For example, Task Manager and Queen's voices are just me. Yeah, that's exactly what he always sounds like, I'm so sure. This month's interview is with Papyrus, and I have already done this one. What a funny sprite. How to get infinite sans duplication glitch. Is this what happens to Undyne in the Dark World? Is she just looking like wistfully? I don't know. I've read that one. So we're on this one now. Oh. I don't think this is loaded. Yeah. Oh, Turiel, she's so cute. I cannot wait for the next newsletter. I'm hoping that it's like a bigger one for once. Undertale's 8th anniversary. Oh yeah, it's gonna be the anniversary newsletter, isn't it? So it probably will be a bigger one. I think autumn ones are normally a decent size, unless there's something else happening. Like I don't think last year's was very long, but that's fine because we had like a 10-hour long stream or something like that. Sadly, I don't have much energy for a wild and crazy event this year. Doing a newsletter every 3 months is a bit like celebrating the anniversary all year. Yeah. In other words, this year I just want to go to sleep. Fair enough. What's the dog dreaming about? I don't know. What is the dog dreaming about? I don't remember seeing this. I don't know what this is. Why am I not subscribed to Fangamer? I really like this dog music. Seems the dog is still asleep. What's the dog dreaming about? Is he dreaming about merch? Yeah. That's cute. I have the Frisk shirt. I mean, it's in my sprite. I drew it there for a reason, but. Oh wait! I've wanted this merch for so long. I've wanted the T-shirt that has this so bad. I want that one so bad. The art is so cute. That's so funny. Lancer cycling over one single leaf. I'm glad that these sprites aren't unused. It's the peak. Oh my god. Also, I was there in the audience. No way. Imagine. Yeah, this is unrelated to Undertale and Deltarune, so I don't think there's much point going over the rest of this in the stream. That's adorable. When was there ever Sweet Cabin Cake stuff? Is there a shirt? I don't know. Papyrus, I love you! What is he looking at? He's so cute. Okay. Halloween. Wait, there was an autumn and Halloween? I don't understand. Today, many good children go around their neighborhood to gather gifts and sweets. You, however, have grown tired of the familiar faces and familiar candies. Filled with the desire for something new, you strike out for the strange house on the hill, the one no other dares approach. You reach the door. Trick or treat. A white paw extends out of the mail slot. Oh, instead of candy, you were given some kind of letter. It seems to be addressed to you. This must be a mistake. This isn't edible at all. You figured you would end this adventure with a bag full of candy. In a flight of anger, you threw open the door, and something terrifying was standing in the doorway. From somewhere, you heard a voice. Hey, you! The letter you're holding. It looks very much like news, doesn't it? Although it's smaller than normal. I guess that's also scary. This is so cute. I love it. Dracula, papyrus, and just regular sands. 2023? Halloween 2020, and it was a year and a half later before it came out. I mean, I guess it was supposed to come out with 4 and 5, so yeah, it would have been finished way before. And then there was like 3 or 4 months where it was done, but it was waiting for the Switch 2. I don't know. Absolute peak sprite. People need to draw fan art of this. More people should draw this. Also, why is Chris not wearing a dress? Why is Chris just wearing like a shirt? I love how much Mew Mew appears in the newsletters. I hope that we get like an updated version of her sprite, but I guess that's her Undertale design, so I guess she probably wouldn't update her design. This one's adorable. Look at Frisk. Look at Frisk in their little choir outfit. Whoa. Oh yeah, that thingy. What was oh. Halloween is technically the 5th anniversary of Deltarune. Oh, that was the 5th anniversary of Deltarune. Yeah, this year is gonna be the 8th. That's crazy. Oh, how is it over already? This letter was too short. This has to be some kind of crime. You reached out to tear away the blanket of the culprit, but there was no one underneath. Instead of only the stench of candy hangs in the air. Did you just find what you were looking for after all? And I can't click on that. I never know what I can click on and what I can't. Love. Oh. Oh, this newsletter was so much fun. This was my favorite newsletter that they've ever done, I think. Dear Mommy and Daddy, I love you very much. I have attached leaked military documents from the Lamb Thunder forums to the love you very much. If you ever want to see your son, if you ever want to see your son again, please check out the enclosed instruction book. Love letter for you, txt.vbs. Dear Valentine, if you see Sans, please tell him to take down the heart-shaped balloon stuck in the corner of the house from last year. A dog keeps getting tied up in it and becoming floating 100-point hazard. Shoot you with hearts. I think it changes if you reload it, but I don't remember. Oh, it does. It does. I just want to tell you, I think you're a wonderfully special person. I'm not sure if you're the type of person that only likes to have one Valentine, but if you would consider me one of yours, I would be overjoyed. I hope you have a special day with lots of love. Ralsei. Ralsei is open to polyamory. Dear Valentine, I read your letter. I understand. You are challenging me to see who the best Valentine is. Well, I won't lose. Meet me outside as soon as you read this. And tell Sans to bring the red frilly construction paper. It's an anonymous letter. I don't know how to say this, but you're really cool. You're the kind of person I wish I could be. So a response isn't necessary, but if you do want to watch my AMVs, I put a QR code on the back. I wonder who sent that one. Like, it's not. I don't know. Deltarune Alphys. I think that there's Undertale and Deltarune ones. I don't know if it's always Deltarune, Undertale, secret third option, but I don't know. No, that answers my question. To my dear beloved, they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. They say the way to a woman's heart is through his stomach. Well, let me in, please. They're killing me out here. They're drowning me in insinuating foam. Yeah. Running Valentine's.exe. I love that it's spelled wrong. Dear Valentino or Valentina, your car smells like toothpaste. You must be a real pro at washing your mouth. Dear Valentine, why was the fork so excited? Because it had Valentines. I heard that joke and I just thought it was so funny. Sincerely, Toriel. Seeth if thou canst solve this puzzle, Valentine. Thou plus me equals. You start to draw a heart in the blank. What? No, stop, stop. No, it's not that easy. Stop! That's adorable. Huh? It's Valentine's and you're all alone without a single date? You're joking, right? No dates, huh? You're serious? Well, don't worry, I got you covered. Thank you, Sans, for the dates. I have some in my cupboard, actually. Dear Valentino or Valentina, take nice fades, please. They're better than hearts because they have handles. So true, Lancer. Did I read this one? I did read this one. I've read this one. Happy Valentine's! As a special gift on our romantic drive, I will move the car at a rate 50% more likely for you to survive. Dear Queen, give it to Queen if not Queen. Thou art the mostest fairest maiden in all the Cyberland. Please taketh me as thine Valentine's lackey. Note, I don't remembereth what thou looketh like, so I'm giving this to anyone. He doesn't remember what she looks like. Oh my god, I love the Metatone one. Dear potential lover, I have attached an IQ test. Solve this, and you'll have passed the first step to becoming my Valentine. Fail, and you'll once again lose ELO and drop down low on the superior rankings. And drop down the power rankings. How did I expect everyone to try harder this year, and no colluding to cheat the systems this time. To whom it may concern, you are receiving this letter because MTT noticed you did not write me a Valentine this year. If you're stuck, I've enclosed a personalized card just for you to use. Take your time. MTT is accepting Valentine submissions all year, darling. Love, Metaton. I would send you a Valentine Metaton. Dear Valentine, yeah! That two-ton heart-shaped boulder in front of your door is from me! What? It's blocking the way? Wait! Give me 10 minutes. I'll punch a heart-shaped hole in it for you. Why is the fork chemically excitable? Because it had Valentines. So, like, did Alfie's make this joke and then Sans stole it and then Toriel stole it? Or did Sans tell both of them the joke? Don't think this is Valentine or anything, but you know, I just think you're neat. Unless it's weirder that it's not a Valentine. It's, you know, it's whichever one is most appropriate. Okay, give me a new one. Give me a new one. No, it's not giving me new ones now. There's definitely more. I know there's more. I had all of them saved. Dear Susie, I'm really happy you enjoyed my Valentine's card with the candy attached, but maybe you don't need to eat all of the other ones to check if they're food. They're food? Stop moving my hand when I'm writing Susie the best. Happy holidays from the holidays. Dear Valentine, are those other Valentines bothering you? I'll rip him up. I'll shred him. Oh wait, no, I'm reading that wrong. Dear Valentine, are those other Valentines bothering you? I'll rip him. I'll shred him. And I'll make you an even bigger Valentine with the scraps. I'm having so much fun with this. Dear Valentine, I read your letter. I understand. You are challenging me to see who the best Valentine is. Well, I won't lose. Meet me outside as soon as you read this. And tell Sans to bring the red for the construction paper. I don't actually know if I read that one. Happy Valentine's Day to my ex. I have just unblocked you for just long enough for you to remember how hot I am. I love the idea that she sent that to King. And he went, no, or something like in the basement, like, oh, darn that queen. And she's just up there, like, living her best life, and he's, like, rotting in prison. Because I hate him. Dear Valentine, if I kept you in my shadow, I'd feed you cat food instead of dog food. That's nice. Dear Valentine, you are as sweet as butterscotch, or cinnamon if you are allergic to butterscotch. Cinnamon is not sweet by itself, is it? I suppose it would have to be cinnamon sugar. Is that alright? Sincerely, Toriel. Is there only two Rousey ones? Because I keep getting these two. I might actually have run out by now. I remember a couple of other ones, but I don't know if you can randomly get those. Like, there's other anonymous ones, but I don't know how likely they are. You might just need to be lucky and get those in your inbox. I just feel that I haven't pressed play on the music. Yeah, no, I don't think I have anything new. Undertale Deltarune's most lovable character, special message, Valentine's message. How are those Valentines? Your heart must be practically jumping out of your body in joy and then moving around some sort of rune square. Well, for some of you at least. Others may need a little more persuasion to enter love fever mode. Looking at you non-truck freaks. Yeah, I assume you need to be like a truck freak in order to get the special ones. I do have all of them saved somewhere. Or at least I did. I might have deleted them for storage. Because there was a lot. There's like 30 of them. There were many status update. I don't. That Rousey spray is so cute. I love Rousey. Oh my god! Oh my god! The royal cards! Is that them with their ice cream? Oh, they're so cute. Oh my god. Oh, of course Noelle would have holiday sweaters for all of them. Why is Susie colored like that? I feel like her hair is the wrong color. Oh, look at Papyrus! I love him so much! Is there anything else I can click on? That's amazing. Spring. Oh. Oh. Yeah, this is the chapter 5 one. I'm just saying, all of these papyrus sprays don't mean nothing. And nobody is currently there to look after Asper's flowers anymore. That's adorable. I do wish that Susie could have held Chris like that. Have you ever heard of VTubers? Interesting that they're behind a tree, and Maddie was the one to provide like egg lore. I have such a strong feeling that those two are gonna end up in the dark world. Her especially, she's definitely gonna end up in the dark world, but like Mettaton as well, I feel like he must surely. So that he can fuse with the body that he wants. Right? I could have sworn this was a gift, but I guess not. Oh my god, Toriel! She's so cute! Is this the one that has like the campfire? 23rd of July? That was just a few days ago. Oh my god. I miss Papyrus so much. Oh, it is the one with the campfire. They're so cute. I love that that's twice they've been wearing those outfits. I wonder why they were wearing that. But like, are they gonna have like a beach party at the end of the game? I don't know. Oh my god, that peak. What's this one? Alright, quest to complete Scene 4. Undyne is so me, by the way. Happy 9th anniversary to Undertale. This one has bonus stuff to read through. I know that much. This is I like that I said this before, but I like that Flowery has this same like 999 motif where he's like, well, there's nothing higher. There's nothing higher than 9, so I'm gonna give myself all of the 9 stats, even if it means nothing. Sans, what do you think about the number 9? This? I remember this video. This video was weird. And coming later? Didn't these like only just come out? I remember when these sprites came out and everyone was just like, oh my god, no way. That's in the basement, right? I'm still confused why it looks like she's wearing a different outfit, but I guess... yeah. I guess she isn't. Yeah, here's a letter. This one is from Adriel. My best friend's favorite number is 9. It's because there isn't a number that's higher. 9, 99, 999, 9,999. If everything gets high enough, you become invincible. Nothing can hurt you anymore. Nothing can hurt anyone anymore. But isn't it scary to think there's the highest number? If you made 99 good memories, you couldn't hold any more? So I don't like to keep count of the flowers we pick or the times that they laugh or how many scary faces they make. I just hope we'll be friends for 999 more years. It's so cute. It's cold. Whoa, this newsletter. It's so bright. I forgot this one was bright. Blisky. Every time I see blue sky, I just think of Blisky now. Check it out. I'm on the house. Like carpet. I love this part. It's so stupid. Monster Kid mention is interesting because I feel like they're never mentioned in newsletters. Oh, they're so cute! In their little scarf! It's like, is Bird like in a thaw? I know there's like desk content in here. Oh yeah. This is where Susie gets the pizza sent or something. I can't believe that's a real sprite because it does not look like a real sprite. When I first saw this, I was just like, "Oh, that's just like a drawing of a tree." No, that is in the game. It's just not super saturated. I also didn't think this was a real sprite, but this one at least has the colors to make sense to be a real sprite. Hey, burger pants, pizza pants, whatever. They're so cool. Oh. This is from Des's perspective, right? I don't know how to voice this. When it snows, me and my sister and everyone have a contest to make the biggest snow angel of all. We lie on the ground and spread out our arms and wave them until we get a shape just like us. Oh, it's Noel! When it snows, me and my sister and everyone have a contest to make the biggest snow angel of all. We lie on the ground and spread out our arms and wave them until we get a shape just like us. I'm the smallest, even smaller than Chris, but I don't lose because after we stand up to look, Des always tells me, "Hey, look, Ellie, yours has more hidden underneath." And it was just about all the snow I couldn't reach, so I have the biggest wings of all. I wish it could snow whenever I wanted. Noel. Yeah, all of the newsletters after Holiday 2024 are just kind of like that. They're all just announcements. Hi, Spamton. There is stuff here. This is like a really good drawing of Spamton. I don't think there's like really anything like extra to click on in these because I remember the 2024 one, and then I remember always searching after that and not ever finding anything. Was it really a year ago that Swan Sweepstakes was updated? Blue dog. Yawn. Oh, look, the Spanton spray is being used again. That art is so cute. What happens if I click on this? undertale.com/10. Is there like anything? I want to watch so bad. I want to rewatch it so bad. No, I'm not doing this. I can voice this scene. Ow. 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 Hey boss, someone just I just realized it's gonna be too big on the thing. Wait, hold on. Hey boss, someone just knocked. You think that's Tenna? No way, it's Tenna, rubber brain. If it was him, that knock would be more gloomy. Ow. 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 By the way, what the heck is this drink you got me? Battery acid? Battery what? What the heck would make you think I'd drink that? Well, it's my theory, boss. Uses green, so you look good with a green drink. Theory? That's not a theory, that's just... You think that just because something looks cool, that makes it correct? Yeah. Whatever. Ow. 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 Absolute peak. Bluey! Detailed progress info. I forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot that he was in the Homestuck pilot. / I forgot that there was a Homestuck pilot. I need to re-listen to that. My fan makes weird noises. Getting to continue playing the music. Oh. Guys, costumes now! It's Tenna! Hey, this ain't... Oh, hey, this ain't fit. Who cares, Rubber Brain? Just put it on. Something feels off. Just roll with it. There's no time. Oh, Tenna, whatever you need, my pal. Hey, Tenna, you's wearing the wrong costume too? That's not Tenna, you idiot. Why the heck you knock like that? You made us dress up. And you, are you ever gonna take that thing off? Hey, I'm talking to you, what was your name again? Look, I'm not saying that. Can't we just call you... Pluey? You want us to call you Pluey? You're Mike! Pluey is the name of the minigame! Look, Oh no. Hello, someone needs a little antenna massage. It's Tenna! Everyone get your costumes on! Not you! Oh, where are you? Hey, where is he? Where's Pluey? I want to see my little Pluey! Pluey's the name of the game! His name's not Pluey, it's Mike! Hey, don't get lippy with me, Dice Boy. I know Mike better than you, and sometimes he is a cute little Pluey. Now bring him out or I'm tightening your contract. Got it, boss. Oh boy, Mike, now there's one guy who never lets me down. Hey, Tenna. Oh, Mike. You, you don't look very Pluey today. Yes, I don't feel very Pluey today. Well, a massage is a massage. I'll just close my eyes and imagine. Now feel free to climb up there and let her rip. Hey, Mike, when, are you gonna start the, I'm not doing it. Huh? I'm not doing anything for you anymore. You always were a jokester, Mike. Not when you treat people you work with like expendable trash. Trash? Mike, you know I don't do that. I'm always, adding lots of little, bonuses to their contracts. You know, paid fruit flavored vacation, leftover gloomy slime, you know? I know what this is about. You told me you had a bad feeling about that contract. That he wasn't supposed to sign it, that he couldn't. And if he did, something terrible would happen. And even though I knew that, I still made him do it anyway. But how could it be my fault? I needed to be big. I needed it just as much as anyone else. How is it my fault he ran out on me? I could have helped him. I would have. We could have been big together. You cared about him too, Mike. That's why, since then, it feels like you're not really here. Everything is fake. When the curtain falls, everything just feels like playing pretend. You know what I mean, Mike? Can we, can I see the part of the employee contract that stipulates fruit flavored vacations? Oh, yeah. Yeah, right here. I'm adding it. And the slime. Can't forget the slime. I can never forget the slime. You know, I think I need to go get more Pluey. Yeah, great idea, Mike. Great. Chris? I don't know if it's just me, but keep an eye on that for me. Oh, cute. Music back. Why is he doing that? Tana has no reason to do that. So very wintry. Why wintry, not wintry? That's Pete. Chapter 5 is really moving along now. Happy 2026. It's 2026! This is a 2026 news nightmare? Or I guess not. Sorry to keep you waiting. Sorry to keep you waiting. Sorry to keep you waiting. Sorry to keep a lady in waiting. Jerona. I don't think there's anything else to click on these ones. think that's the trailer. No, just the image. God. Newer and bluer than ever. I really badly, really badly want this and her. I want Pluie and I want Elnina. But I need to get Lenino to get Elnina, and I just want Elnina. I love Elnina so much. She's my queen. Also, I went to this newsletter on stream before. I still, every time I look at this, I still just see like a person's face. Like I don't see the knight. I don't see the knight's helmet because that's like that way. The knight is like this way diagonally would be up. I see it this way. Where that's someone's face, that's the neck. I don't know. Sorry to keep you waiting, but we still have to wait a little bit. Art by Tammy. Well, really? Whoa. I love the textures that she uses. Tammy's art is like so good. I love the flowers, and then blue and yellow are together. Aww. Oh wait, all of the pairs are together. That's so cute. Of course, blue and yellow are at Susie's side because she goes to them for advice. So cute. Ciao. Yeah. I love that he did just talk like flowery this newsletter. Sorry to keep waiting and waiting. Yeah, that's it. That's all there is. I have officially gone through everything aside from the sweepstakes, but I don't want to go through the sweepstakes because there's just too much and I'm gonna forget like most of it anyway. Like I don't remember what's readable character dialogue and what isn't. And most of the hyperlinks you need to put in yourself, like the December one or the Death one. I think I think you can get you can get to December through another one. We need to type in Death yourself, for example. And I cannot be bothered trying to figure out what ones because I could never find them. I found all of them through Reddit. But anyway, I am officially finished reading through all of these, and that took me 2 hours. But I will cut down this video probably. I don't know. I'll probably just clip this stream, to be honest. Because was this a particularly entertaining stream? No, but it was fun to go through all of the dialogue and stuff. And there's probably like a decent amount of clips in here that I can get, like any scenes where multiple characters are talking, or where I realize something about a certain piece of dialogue that I never would have realized otherwise. Stuff like that, yeah. And I think I'm probably gonna make a video of like all of the just anytime I get excited over papyrus in general, because obviously I have named these 3 streams because I miss papyrus for a reason. I'll probably just go through all 3 of them and compile all of the papyrus moments, but I'll also get all the rest of the streams and make them interesting, I guess. I don't know. We shall see. I'll just make one really long papyrus video. Well, anyway, I'm gonna end stream now. Goodbye! I need to go draw art fight stuff, and I also need to draw day 4 of my keychains. If you're interested in my keychains, my coffee is linked in my bio. And I've posted day 1 into shorts already, but it's also on my Instagram, and it's linked on Twitter. All of those are linked in my bio. So like, feel free to check